Hello and welcome to 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We've got a whole lot on the program this morning. We'll be looking at Nigerian stories, our preparation for Paris 2024 Olympic Games, and what the ministry is doing to make sure we have a maximum showing at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. That is just less than 22 days away from now. Events will start on the 26th of July right there to 11th August 2024, and we will be looking at what Nigeria is doing, how the sports ministry is preparing our various teams that will be competing for laurels, for medals at the Paris Games, and other stories that are making the run in the world of sports. All right, let's begin from the sports ministry, where Senator John Owaneno is hopeful that Team Nigeria will have a good outing in Paris Olympic Games after we've qualified in track and field events and also some team sports. The minister is optimistic that Nigeria is going to do better and do well at the Paris Games, and the target is to surpass the record set at the Atlanta 1996 and also the last Olympics in Tokyo, where we came back home with just 2 medals, a bronze and a silver at the Tokyo 2022 Olympics. But the minister is saying this time around that they are not going to leave any stone unturned. They are going to make sure that Nigeria just don't go to the Paris Olympic Games and then come back as a jamboree, or just go there and complete the numbers of countries, of athletes, of teams that will be coming to Paris Games. But we will go there and come back with some medals. That is what the minister is saying, and we are battle ready. We are actually putting everything in place to see that Team Nigeria have a good outing at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Nigeria has qualified in athletics, track and field event, beg your pardon, long jump, the likes of Favor Ofili, Ese Brume, Tobia Muson and co, Choma Onyekwere in discourse. We have we have about 4 relay teams that will be appearing at the Paris Olympic Games. For the very first time, Nigeria will be presenting 4 relay teams at the Olympic Games. These are signs of good things to come. We also have our D Tigress, that is in basketball, women's basketball, and we also have Super Falcons for the women's football event. So the women have actually dominated this time around. We don't have our D Tigers going to the Paris Olympic Games, and also we don't have our Dream Team 6. That is the Super Eagles team going for the Paris Olympic Games. So we have Super Falcons, we have the D Tigress, Super Falcons for football, D Tigress for basketball. So all of these we've qualified. Then in badminton, we have Anolu Akpokpeyori, who will be representing the continent of Nigeria in badminton. And then we have Chukwu Ebuka and Nekochi in shot put. A whole lot of events that Nigeria will be participating in at the Paris Olympic Games. And for the sports minister, is actually ready. He's ready to actually support the team and do well at the Paris Olympic Games. A good one coming in from the sports ministry and the sports minister. So let's see how it goes. The various teams are going to camping, and the venue, some are camping in Spain while others are in Germany. So these 2 countries are places where Team Nigeria are having their camping. Wrestling was the first team that left the shores of this country for their own foreign camp, and joined by other teams. So the Super Falcons, they are in Spain as we speak, and they had their first training session yesterday in Spain, Sevilla, Spain. That is where they are camping, and they will have some friendlies there before leaving for France. So let's see how it goes. And this time around, we want to surpass the record we set at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, let's leave that story, as we'll be expecting Abba Michael to join us.
Yeah, I'm online.
Okay, we have Abba Michael on the show. Abba Michael, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. The sports minister is optimistic.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hopeful that Nigeria will do well at the forthcoming Paris Games.
Yes, definitely. When you talk about giving a good account of yourselves, it means you have a basketball team that you're expecting to at least get to the quarter or semi-finals. Talking about the D Tigers and D Tigress. I mean, you have a football team. I remember when we used to call them Dream Team, Redeem Team. You have a football team that can at least get a chance to get to the semis. But I tell you what, the good account he's expressing basically has to do with athletics, where we have about 9 events where we will be participating. And it's in those 9 events that we are hopeful of medals. We see Amusan as the leader in charge of that team. We want to see her lead Nigeria, I mean, to triumph, knowing fully well she's one of the favorites. I mean, we have sprinters who are world beaters, world class sprinters. I mean, talking about Ophili, talking about Godson Brume, Udodi Onwuzurike. Nigeria is stacked, even at the shot put, the discus events. I mean, Obiageri is there, Onyekwere is there. Our team is actually loaded, and I expect even the Brume sister Ruth Soro, the long jump events. I believe Nigeria will definitely give a good account, but how good will that account be? That's the next thing that we have to have in mind. But I take sides with the minister, because so far so good, according to the ministerial performance. In his words, that they have done everything they can. The teams are in Germany, some are in Spain. I think my own younger brother is coaching the badminton team, where we are hoping that Anna Olupo will do wonders. I mean, he's been doing it in the African circuit. Want to see him replicate that at the world level. But so far, I think I will give him a pass for a wonderful job. Well done thus far.
Okay, wonderful job. Well done thus far. All right, we're still talking about the Olympics until after the Olympics. Before we start talking about, we'll be looking at Team Nigerian's preparation. Now, let's go straight to the FN, that is the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. Over the weekend, the team list for athletics, that is track and field, was released by the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. And Toby Amuson, Ese Brume, Favor Philly is leading strong team Nigeria for track and field events at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, before Michael will react to that, let's look at the full list of athletes in track and field that will be representing Nigeria. In the men's 100 meters event, we have Favor Ashe, we have Godwin Brume, we have Kainshola Ajayi. Then in the men's 200 meters, we only have one representative, that is Udodi Onwuzurike. In the men's 400 meters, we have Chidi Okeze, the reigning African champion, and then we have Emmanuel Ogazi in the men's 400 meter. For the men's 800 meters, it is a dream come true for this young man. That is Idahosa Ibadan, Edosa Ibadan, I beg your pardon, who will be representing Nigeria in the 800 meters for the very first time. We're having an athlete in quite a number of years. And then in the men's 400 meters hurdle, we also have another fantastic athlete who is ready to take the world by storm, Ezekiel Nathaniel. He qualified for the 400 meters hurdles. And then in the men's javelin, we have Prosper Chinecherem, who will be representing Nigeria and the continent in javelin. And then in the men's shot put, we also have one athlete there, that is Chukwe Buka Enekwechi, representing the country. And then in the men's 4x100 meters race, that's the relay race. We have Akinola, we have Akinola, we have Favor Ashe, we have Godwin Brume, we have Kainshola Ajayi, we have Udo Onwuzurike, and Ushehiris Isekiri, who will be representing us in the men's 4x100 meter relay race. And then in the men's 4x4, we have Chidi Okeze, we have Dubem Amenem, we have Dubem Nwanchuku, and then Fanyi Ojeli and Samuel Ogazi. In the women's 100 meters, we have Favor Philly, Rosemary Chukuma, and Tima God Bless. And then in the women's 200 meters, we have Favor Ofili representing us there, just one. In the women's 400 meters, we have Ella Onojovevo and then Esther Elo. And then in the women's 100 meters hurdle, the world champion, African champion, Nigerian champion, Tobi Amuson will be representing us in the 100 meters hurdles. And then the women's long jump, we have three. We have Ese Brume, Ruth Usoro, and Precious Ochonogo. And then in the women's high jump, for the first time, we have Temitope Adeshina, who will be representing Nigeria in high jump. And then the women's hammer, we have Shade Olatoye. And then the women's discus, we have Ashley Anumba, Choma Onyekwere, and Obiageri there. And then the women's 4x100 meters, we have Favor Philly, we have Justina Yakbobenye, we have Olayinka Olajide, we have Rosemary Chukuma, and Tima God Bless. And in the mixed relay, we have Ella, we have Esther Elo Joseph, we have Okon, that is Israel Okon Sunday, we have Patience Okon Joy, we have Omolara Oguma Kinju, and Sikiru Adeyemi. These are the list that was released by the Athletics Federation of Nigeria for the Paris Olympic event. That is the track and field. I think we have a star-studded track and field team for the Paris Olympic Games, Michael.
Our team starts. The last time I saw a Nigerian team start in this magnitude, in this momentum, was perhaps in Atlanta '96. I see medals all over.
Okay. I see medals all over. That is coming in from Michael. Good one. That we will be seeing a lot of medals flying in the track and field event for the Nigerian team, strong team led by Tobi Amuson, Favor Philly, and Ese Brume. Ese Brume will be representing us in long jump, and then we'll have Tobi Amuson in the 100 meters hurdles, and then for Favor Philly, 100 meters and 200 meters. That is where she will be showing her strong. That is a very strong area for the Nigerian young and vibrant athlete. That is a Favor Philly. We are looking forward to Team Nigeria doing all they can to rake in the medals from the Paris Olympic Games. As you can see on the screen, that was Tobi Amuson in one of our races. Amuson Brume Philly leading a very strong team for Nigeria. All right, Mike. Okay, we can see that right there also for Tobi Amuson winning the 100 meters hurdles during the national trial. Fantastic athlete. These are all what we want to see at the Paris Olympic Games that is just 22 days away from now. We'll be seeing what Team Nigeria will be doing in track and field, and also we will not be leaving out the Super Falcons, who are also looking at their own. They are in very strong group for the women's football event. Brazil, Spain, Japan, Asian super powerhouse in Group C of the women's football event of the Paris Olympic Games. So let's see what our team will be doing. Chukwuebuka Enekwechi this time around wants an Olympic medal. We also have in long jump Temitope Adeshina, who will be representing us in the women's high jump. It actually, some of these athletes, it is a dream come true for them, qualifying for the Paris Olympic Games. And also for the very first time, Nigeria will be presenting four relay teams at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, still talking about Paris Games. We'll continue to look at all of these stories. Let's go over to the next story, which is in discourse right now, where Chioma Onyekwere is excited making that list for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. When that list came out over the weekend, she took to her social media account to actually express her joy, her happiness that she made the list despite her poor outing at the Continental Athletics African Championship in Cameroon, Douala, but that did actually deter her, and that didn't stop her from being listed among the team that will be going to Paris Olympic Games. Chioma Onyekure will be representing us when it comes to discus at the Paris Games. Fantastic athlete, a woman. She's looking to throw at least to surpass her record, where she can throw maybe 23 meters this time around and breaking all the records at the Paris Olympic Games. Discus is one fantastic sport, full of energy, but in a bit, if you don't know what it's all about, you might just not want to at least participate in the sport. But for Chioma Onyekure, she's excited appearing in her third Olympic Games. She was there at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. This is the third time she will be representing the country when it comes to Olympic Games. So this is the third one for her, and she's excited. Already she's an Olympian from the first Olympics she attended. That in her CV already, she has become automatically she's an Olympian. But this time around, 3 Olympics for her, and this third one, she's actually looking for a medal, a silver medal, bronze medal, and the best of the best, a gold medal. Congratulations to Chioma Onyekure alongside Ashley and Co, who will be representing us when it comes to women's discus at the Paris Olympic Games. Well, she's actually happy that she made it. She made the Team Nigerian list for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. So let's see how that will pan out for Chioma Onyekure during the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. All right, Michael, if you can actually... Okay, let's look at this story. Let's leave the Paris Olympic Games and look at these story coming in from the NBBF, that is the Nigerian Basketball Federation, where on the under-19 FIBA tourney, the qualifiers right there will be taking place in Abidjan from the 29th of July to August 4th. But in a swift move to prepare the country, to prepare our team for this particular under-19 FIBA tournament, the Nigerian Basketball Federation has called up about 18 players in total to camp. We have some players from the United States of America, 25 players, I beg your pardon, who will be joining up with the 19 home-based player, and it's going to be under the watchful eyes of Fubara Humphrey, who is the coach of the side. Let's quickly go over the list of players invited for this particular qualifying tournament in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. We have Bassi Ekbo Efyong, we have Abraham Boyce Hart, we have Ikechukwu Divine Chinazom, we have Emmanuel Ekbo Okon, we have Duru Augustine Chinedo, we have Sani Samuel, we have Toby Ogu, we have Tob Ogu Okechukwu, we have Unumuma Seth Ikpe, we have Aziz Suleiman, we have Ebenezer Dawayi Abbas, we have Pei Favor Komene, we have Victor Bob Manuel, we have Agbola Olamide, we have Precious Joha, we have Simeon Gabriel Okori, we have Ezekiel Isaac Oluwa Temitokwe, we have Duobuan Ibrahim Madu Mutum, we have Babatunde Samad Adesina, we have Wundu Daniel Chibuzo, we have Favor Ibe Itan Boke, we have David Ogona, we have Joan Ojako and Chizo J Owinje, and then Dotan Ijadibonla. These are the names, the players invited. 25 of them will be camping in Port Harcourt, where they will be preparing for the under-19 FIBA tournament qualifiers. We have Michael back. Okay, Michael, you were saying one or two about the Paris Olympic Games, the Brume or Philly leading a strong team.
Yes, I mean, we are expecting a medal from Toby Amusa, no doubt. We're also expecting a medal at least from either Ese Brume or Ruth Usoro. We're expecting a medal there. And then in the 4x4, if the Dubane brothers can run 44 like Chidi and Sam Ogazi, I see us getting, we can clinch a bronze medal in the 4x4, though it's going to be very difficult because the United States squad right now is unbelievable. Of course, when it comes to the 100 meters, I expect a favor of Philly to get to the finals. That's the benchmark for her. She should at least get to the finals. And then for Udodi Onwuzurike, we expect the semi-finals because he ran in 19.8 last year. But since this year, we've not seen him replicate that form. He's running in the early 20s. They were expecting, as the Olympics unfold, he should be running in the 1990s for him to be able to get to the finals. So far, so good. I think that's the level we are. Enekwechi, we hope that somehow he has a fairy tale run for the short put event.
Okay, a very
And
good
then,
one for the short put event. And for Choma Onyekure, quickly just touch on this. This is her third appearance at the Olympic Games, and she's excited about that. And this time around, I believe she's looking forward to making it to the podium.
yes, I mean, you're looking at an African champion. She won the African Championships in 2018 and 2022, won the All African Games in 2019, won the Commonwealth Games in 2022. We expect her, perhaps this may be her last. After all, she came third behind Amechi and Obiageri, so she may not even be the best to come out of Nigeria, but it's a dream come true for her. How many Nigerians have 3 Olympic appearances? You can only count a handful, and she has just become a legend by attaining them. 3-time Olympian. That's not easy to have in your resume. So we can only wish her the best, and we pray that she throws something better than 60 meters, so that we can, for the first time, see a Nigerian clinch a medal. I mean, nothing is impossible. We see athletes coming up with big surprises. Look at Kishan Thompson running 9.77 in the 100 meters. So why not? Anything is possible.
Okay, anything is possible. And we also looked at the under 19 FIBA World Cup. That is the basketball under 19 World Cup. The MBBF, Nigerian Basketball Federation, have invited 25 players to Port Harcourt under the watchful eyes of Fubara Humphrey, a man who understands youth basketball, who is so good, a veteran when it comes to coaching the young ones.
Yes, I mean, what stands out for me when I look at this squad is the fact that he had foresight and hindsight. Foresight in ensuring that he doesn't only pick players from outside, but also from inside. Hindsight from inside. I love the fact that he's been able to blend players who are within and outside the shores of Nigeria. That makes it a complete scout route for Nigeria. And I see these boys doing a lot. I love the fact that they are young, they're promising. I mean, we have wonderful players. Even if you look at the NBA, we have players stacked right there, but some of them are not that young again. Some of them are even playing for other countries, but we are glad that we need to catch them young so that before they start playing very well, and the US will come, France will come, other countries will come, Serbia will come, that they want our players. So we need to start grooming them from this level to ensure that we make them comfortable. I like what Owen Eno is doing. Please, for the MBBF, for the first time, they're beginning to get things right. Let them keep up the pace. If we can have this bunch mature and develop, I see future NBA stars in these kids. And the future of Nigerian basketball is definitely in good hands.
Yes, the future of Nigerian basketball is definitely in good hands. All right, let's go straight to Kaduna. In the course of the week, just yesterday, it was the Beach Soccer League Super 4 final, where Kebbi beach soccer team are the league winners. They won the champions after beating the host state team to lift the title. Not just lifting the title alone, they also produced the MVP of the tournament. That is Hassan Ablahi, and then Sadiq Umar emerged the highest goal scorer with 17 goals, with clubs Umar Liu selected as the rising stars. A lot happened during the beach soccer, and just some weeks ago, the beach soccer national team is back, where the NFF actually inaugurated a committee to see that to that effect, how we can have our beach super eagles up and running again.
Though they have 1 or 2 mineral resources, we hear about states that produce top high-profile athletes We never hear about Kebbi. All we hear is about Delta, Port Harcourt, Bayelsa. I mean, sometimes just Plateau. But we hardly hear that the player is from Kebbi and a superstar is from Kebbi. But for the first time, I mean, 3 wins in 4 seasons. Kebbi are definitely doing something right and should be emulated. They should be understudied. I see potential, I mean, national team players in this Kebbi team. I mean, even the coach, they should be given a form of national recognition and for them to be able to be very consistent. I mean, they shouldn't be overlooked, neither should they be ignored, but they should be beamed, the floodlights, the limelight should be beamed upon them to give them that visibility. What is it they are doing right? How are they retaining their titles? I mean, this Kebbi team, they brought Kebbi to the limelight, and for the first time, we are seeing Kebbi at the top. It's really a good one for the state, and we look forward to seeing them achieving even more. I think the Super Eagles team should consider drafting players from this squad if they haven't.
Okay, that's the Super Sun Eagles, as they are called. We actually look for players from this particular team. To tell you the truth, the big soccer, that is the Kebbi Stars, they've been the Kebbi Beach Soccer team. They've also attended the Beach Soccer Worldwide Winners' Cup 2 times. Right now, the last edition, they actually did well. They were able to win 1 game, and their last game they lost to the Italians in that particular one for the Beach Soccer League. Thank God the NFF has inaugurated a committee to see to that effect that we have our Super Sand Eagles back again, and they will be participating in the World Cup qualifier. So this a whole lot is going on, and congratulations to the Beach Soccer Club for clinching this title, a record for time for them, and they are champions of the Beach Soccer League, the 2024 Beach Soccer League Super 4 final right there in Kaduna State, beating the host team to that title, that is Kada Stars, to lift the trophy. But for Kada Stars, they won the fair play team, and that is one award that is a good one. All right, let's quickly enjoy some highlights of those games, some of those games during the Beach Soccer Super 4 Finals 2024.
And a shot! And a goal! Stanley Akwo, he hits it. What a belter! And I tell you, the first goal goes down to Basharum in goal for Anambra Warriors. Good throw there. Stanley, big chance. Goal number 2. Goal number 2. And that is no other. And it is Stanley. Stanley scores. The first goal, he goes for the acrobatic.
Gentlemen, what a moment in his first period. Dustin Frank against Manchester, it's a goal, and he can't celebrate.
Well dispossessed, no foul, says the referee. Stanley, a good pass there, a chance, goal! That beautiful shot there by Egon. A goal there by Eguchumi Egon. Eguchumi dancing.
This side before and haven't done that. They know they could do it again. And why do not do it when you know that you could? Look at that finish. How about that sumptuousness? It is his first goal, and this one comes up to do a lot defensively to be able to manage the moment and make it a win of that over. Look at that. How lucky was that? What a way. Is he in? Oh, he has not crossed the line. He hasn't crossed the line.
That is a beautiful.
Difference between them and the opposition. The 2000 and the 10s. Was that not a gift?
And is that man again? Is that man again? He got
Yes, those were some fantastic moments from the Beach Soccer League Super 4 Finals 2024. Which the last video that is you seen there is the champions, that is the Kebbi Beach Soccer Club, lifting that title, and it was a wonderful one against Kada Stars in the Super 4 final. Wonderful football artistry played on the on the beach, played on the sand. This time around, not the grass, no, the hard one. If it is a hard court where you have to, that one is handball, but this time around it's played on natural sand, and you can see with the bare foot. But that round leather of judge is not like the normal football that you play on the grass pitch. I think the beach soccer is one wonderful sport. If we actually invest in it, we can become world beaters when it comes to these particular sports. All right, let's leave that story and go straight to the continent. We know that it was a good news the last time out for us on the continent when it comes to individual awards. We scooped some awards individually on the continent of Africa, but this time around, the 2024 African Player of the Year award, one man is talking ahead of that. That is Wilfred Ndidi backs Ademola Lookman to win the 2024 Player of the Year award. That is CAF Player of the Year award, where Ademola Lookman did a great job at the course of the just concluded season for Atlanta, for club and country. He was so instrumental to the Super Eagles getting to the finals of the Nations Cup. Michael, Ndidi is actually supporting this man to wrestle that title away from Victor Osimhen, who won it the last time out.
Yes, I can tell you for free that it's not only Ndidi that is supporting that man. 200 million Nigerians are actually also supporting that man because if not for Ademola Lookman, we wouldn't have even gotten to the AFCON finals to begin with. If not for Ademola Lookman, we would have even gotten out from the first round. I think he was the only player apart from our top striker that showed class. He was the only player that showed how dynamic he could be on the left wing. We saw him champion a team that took down a whole Liverpool. I mean, in the semis, and then Bayer Leverkusen in the finals. That is unbelievable. I mean, that is sumptuous. That is a beauty. Scoring a hat-trick against a team with 50 unbeaten games, that alone should not only give him the African CAF Player of the Year, but he also deserves to be nominated even for the Ballon d'Or. I mean, Ademola Lookman, 27 goals across all competitions. No doubt, he is the overwhelming favorite. I expect him to get all the first ballot voting. I mean, all the first place votes. He has floored, I mean, all his rivals, including, I mean, our Osimhen. I think Ademola Lookman, to me, even his enemies will vote him to become the next African footballer or CAF Player of the Year award.
Yes, the next African Player of the Year award, after he did so well for club and country last year. We saw what he did during the Nations Cup for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, taking us to the final. Just in Serie A games alone, 17 goals the season entirely, scoring 27 goals in total. Fantastic player ever since he came on board. He has played for Fulham, Everton in EPL before leaving for the Italian club outfit, that is Atlanta. For Ademola Lookman, 200 million plus Nigerians are behind you to actually scoop this award and wrestle it away from Victor Osimhen. But Michael, do you think Victor Osimhen also didn't do much to at least give him a very strong competition, maybe winning it back to back?
No, he didn't at all. And I must say his outburst against Coach Finidi George must have taken 70% of his fans away from him, including me. I'm one of those analysts who root for Victor Osimhen. But I tell you what, I've been disgusted and disappointed by his unprofessional showing on on social media. We've seen other players' recklessness, denying them opportunities. I mean, to make them even bigger than what they are. Like I said, Finidi George has a better career than he does. Finidi was one time the best seven in the world, even when Osimhen was not born. How can he just disrespect our legend? I mean, he needs to apologize. Until then, we will not consider him for anything. Victor Osimhen should come on live and apologize. But right now, Ademola Lookman, whether the performance-wise, Ademola Lookman is just ahead of him. For Napoli, he didn't do too much because of injuries.
Okay, let's see how that goes. The 2024 CAF Player of the Year award. We are holding this title. Osimhen holding for the men, and Asisat Oshola holding for the women, and Chiamaka Nadozie holding the gloves for the best goalkeeper for the women's in women's section on the continent of Africa. All right, let's leave that and go straight to Europe. It was a fantastic game in the Euro quarter-final games. The Three Lions of England, people say they are crawling. They have crawled their way into the semi-final of the Euro 2024. But let's look at that result. England and Switzerland, they played 1-1 draw. And at the end of the day, the English team, the Three Lions of England, beating Switzerland 5-3 on penalties. And the other game, Netherlands, the Orange Boys, defeated Turkey 2-1 after Turkey led most of the part of that game 1-0 before they had to wrestle that game back, and they took all the game. They took all the maximum points in that game. 2-1. They won that game in quarterfinal, and they will keep a date with the Three Lions of England in the semi-final. Michael, the English team, I think they have one of the best defense. Let's not take that away from them in this tournament. And they've conceded less goals, and they've also scored. They've not been able to score more goals. But when you score them, they find a way of coming back into the game. And against Switzerland, everybody think maybe Mbolo and co would just stop the Three Lions' journey in this Euro. But at the end of the day, 5-3 on penalties for the Three Lions of England.
Yes, I mean, we've known them as Three Lions. There was even a song, 2 World Cups and 1 World Cup, England. I mean, England, since 1966, after they won that World Cup, I think they made a good performance in Euro 96. We've always seen them with good squad in the early 2000s with Gerrard, Lampard, I mean, Anderson and the rest of those boys. And then here they are again with a squad that is stronger than ever. I mean, the last time we had an England squad like this was probably when they gave birth to our parents. The English squad is something special. They may not be replicating it. They are looking profligate and not prolific in front of goal, despite the fact that the forward line is stacked with top players in the English Premier League. I mean, even Real Madrid, a Ballon d'Or favorite, Jude Bellingham, I think he has been the shining light, trying to see if he can usurp Vinicius Jr.
Okay, trying to see if he can topple Vini Jr. From winning the Ballon d'Or. Good one for the Three Lions of England getting into the semi-final of this game. And for the Orange Boys, they also continue their journey in Euro 2024, beating Turkey 2-1. To go through, and they will have a date with the English national team. All right, Michael, if you look at the other game, Netherlands against Turkey, Turkey led most part of that game, but at the end of the day, I think they lost concentration and they paid dearly for it.
Yes, I mean, that's the difference between a world-class team and an average team. Your ability to keep it going all through the 90 minutes is what makes the difference. There are actually no minus in football. If you look at it, you will see penalty everywhere all the time. It shows that the other teams have stepped up. We know the top 5 teams in Europe, but now you can't just beat them silly. I mean, they'll even beat you silly if you lose concentration for a minute. And I think the Netherlands squad were able to take advantage of it. We hope that England should be able to nullify the fiery furnace of Netherlands, perhaps if they meet in the semi-finals.
Okay, they meet in the semi-final. Also, the Copa America 2024, the Samba Boys of Brazil, they are sent home. Uruguay came into the party. They played a goalless draw, and at the end of the day, it was 4-2 on penalties. Uruguay winning winning the penalty shootout. It was a painful one for the Samba Boys of Brazil. They've not really been the Samba that we know them for quite over the years. The likes of Ronaldo, De Lima and co. During the time of Zico and co. Danielson, name them Rivaldo of this world. But this time around, they only have Vini, Rodrigo. They have quite good number of players. But what went wrong against Uruguay?
I think the first of all, Uruguay, they are no pushovers when it comes to football. For those who know history very well, I think Uruguay won the 1930 and 1950 World Cup editions. If I'm not mistaken, check your history.
Yeah.
They are multiple winners of the FIFA World Cup. So the boost of a certain Forlan, a certain Suarez, players who have been top in Europe. So there are no minnows when it comes to football. They are experienced. They have a good football administration, good coaching. I mean, they have been bitter rivals apart from Argentina. They are the biggest bitter rivals of Brazil. And I see Brazil as a team that is fagged out. I believe the season really took its toll on players like Vinicius Jr., I mean, Rodrigo, even the young 17-year-old Edric. He was nowhere to be found. And you don't face Uruguay when your squad is depleted or a player is not 100%. And I think that's had to have, lead them to the penalty shootout. And if you know the Uruguayan team very well, they are very good with penalties. Remember, I think in 2010 against Ghana World Cup, Africa in South Africa, Uruguay, they are one team that fight like lions. And Brazil just had a taste of the fierceness of this Uruguayan team.
Yes, the fierceness of this Uruguayan team. That is the end of the road for the Samba Boys of Brazil. They also, the likes of Argentina, Canada, they will be meeting in the semi-final, and let's see how that goes. All right, let's quickly look at some transfer stories on the show this morning before we go. Good news that most Nigerians also are on the transfer news, moving from one club to the other, and we look at this, though he has played for the Super Eagles quite a long time, but this time around he will be making his way back to Turkey. That is Michael Babatunde, who will be donning the jersey of Sanluraspor of Turkey in the Turkish league. And also, let's go over to this second one. We have Juventus to sell Federico Chiesa to buy Manchester United winger Jadon Sancho. I don't know, Chiesa, Sancho, it's quite been, let me say, Juve. I don't know, Juve actually need the services of this guy. They are also coming for Mason Greenwood, but it's as if Jadon Sancho is their top priority.
Yes, I mean, when you look at Juventus, I remember Chiesa was one of the players who was one of the reasons why Ronaldo was even offloaded from Juventus in the first place. I'm surprised to see that he had only 9 goals in the last season. It shows that he's definitely not the player he once was. Yeah, going for Jadon Sancho, I think it's a good one. Juventus really want to be back in contention, and that is how to do it, to do the right shopping. And I think that's the right player.
Okay, all right, good one for Juventus. They are actually looking for a way to beef up their team ahead of the incoming season. And for Jadon Sancho, he did so well with Borussia Dortmund during the close season, where he was instrumental to Borussia Dortmund getting to the Champions League final, where they lost to Real Madrid in that final. So for Jadon Sancho, let's see if Manchester United will retain him, will want his services back, or they will just let him go. All right, let's go over to this one also and look at this transfer story. Manchester United, Arsenal to battle for Ajax 30 million rated striker Brian Broby. This guy is a fantastic player. He's a good striker. But these two teams are going for this guy. Well, you are an Arsenal fan, and I know you want to support Arsenal in snapping up this guy from Ajax. 30 million pounds rated. But do you think he's going, first thing first, from your own point of view, is he going to fit into Arsenal style of play?
Yes, I mean, he's definitely going to fit into Arsenal's style of play. I must tell you that 18 goals, when you score 18 goals in the Eredivisie, you definitely become a hot cake in the market, and nobody's going to buy you less than 30 million. As a matter of fact, if you score 18 goals in the Premier League, your price tag may be as high as 40, 50 million. And so Arsenal is in need of a striker. Kudos to, the Sakas, the Odegaards. They've been doing a good job. But then we need Gabriel Jesus has been nowhere to be found. Arsenal needs a poacher, a finisher. So also Man United. The striker is doing well. The young one that just came in. But I think Arsenal is mostly in need of a poacher right now. And I think if I were this player, Arsenal would be my destination because a Man U squad that is discombobulated at times, you really don't know how you're going to fit in. But Arsenal already has a structure, back-to-back, run-out finish. You know that this team has a goal. And I think Broby will fit into Arsenal's tactics.
Okay, your advice for Brian is to go to Arsenal. All right, let's quickly take the last one on the show this morning. Fulham midfielder Joao Palinha completes medical at Bayern Munich. This is a fantastic guy, Bayern, and for Vincent Kompany actually spoke well of this guy. They said they need him at the midfield, at the center of the whole thing in the German Bundesliga. Right now, he has passed his medicals, and let's see, come next season, probably Joao Palinha will be playing for the Bavarians in the German Bundesliga. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the show. Michael, thanks for joining on the show this morning. You did a great job to all of the stories this morning.
Thank you very much. You're always the best sports senator.
All right, we will just, before we go, we'll leave you with this particular video. Those highlights from the beach soccer Super 4 final right there, where Kebbi beach soccer team lifted the trophy at the end of the day. Let's just enjoy those videos, and that is where we'll be leaving it on the show. Thanks for watching.
Well dispossessed, no foul, says the referee. Stanley, a good pass there, a chance, goal! That beautiful shot there by Egon. A goal there by Eguchumi Egon. Eguchumi dancing.
This side before and haven't done that. They know they could do it again. And why do not do it when you know that you could? Look at that finish. How about that sumptuousness? It is his first goal, and this one comes out to do a lot defensively to be able to manage the moment and make it a win of that over. Look at that. How lucky was that? What a way. Is it in? Oh, it has